Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to start with my eyes and I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer. I'm going to apply a generous amount all over my eyelids and then I'm going to buff it in using a Real Techniques foundation brush. So I know I have already said this in my previous video, but I just want to let you know that I really prefer this eyeshadow primer instead of the MAC Soft Ochre. I feel like this gives more of a natural finish and the MAC Soft Ochre primer gives me sometimes very dry and yeah, it just doesn't look great. For my brows, I'm used the Brow Wiz and Brow Powder in Medium Brown by Anastasia. I quickly did this off camera. And I'm going to use the MAC Cosmetics Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC15. And I'm going to apply this right underneath my brow to hide all the flaws, to make it look super straight. And I wanted to include this in the video because I feel like this is a part of the eye look. Because I'm applying this concealer underneath the brow, it will kind of give a sort of highlight underneath my brow, which also looks super nice in combination with the eye look. It gives a sort of better transition from the eyelid towards my brow. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know. So now on top of that concealer, I'm going in with the white shade from the Morphe 35B eye palette. And I'm using my favorite brush by MAC, which is the 242. And this is just a really nice brush to apply eyeshadows with on the eyelid, or like I'm doing right now for underneath the brow. It's a very flat brush, so you can really work precise with this one. So now I'm going to use the pink shade from the palette, which is a super soft pinky shade. I really like this shade. It's just a perfect in-between shade. So for example, when you're going for a burgundy look or a reddish look, this one is really nice to first apply in your crease and then build up with other shades. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to blend this all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner all over the crease. So now to intensify the shades in my crease, I'm going in with this pinky purple shade. I don't really know what to name this shade. It's like a fuchsia sort of color. And I'm going to blend this in my crease as well. I'm doing the same thing as I did with the pinky shade, but I'm trying to keep it a little bit more precise. So I'm not going to sweep this everywhere, but just in my crease. So now I'm going in with this vibrant pink shade, which is so gorgeous, and I feel like from all the colors, this is probably my favorite color. Just in general, I love pink. And I'm going to blend this in my crease as well. I picked up a more precise brush, which is a blending brush from Makeup Geek. It's a really old brush. I bought this like 2 years ago or maybe even longer ago. And it doesn't even have a name on it, like a number. But it's a nice brush. And now I switched back to the Anastasia Beverly Hills blending brush. I'm going to blend this around the edges to make it look more soft and blend it out. Now to make my crease slightly darker, I'm going in with this pinky purple shade and I'm going to apply a very tiny amount in the crease. I'm really trying to focus a little bit more on the outer V and then softly blend this more towards the inner part. So now I'm going back in with my MAC Cosmetics Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC15 and I'm going to apply this all over the eyelid and to create the shape of my crease. So now as my first shade for on the eyelid, I'm going in with the white shade again from the Morphe 35B eye palette. And I'm going to apply a little bit of this in the inner corner of my eyelids. And I'm making sort of swipe motions, but also pressing, so just trying to get it to look as white as possible. So I totally forgot to show this shade in my video, but this is a light blue shade from the NYX Ultimate eye palette. I really needed like a sort of blue in between shade and the Morphe one doesn't have it. So I'm going to apply this sort of in the middle part of my eyelid. And now I'm going in with this blue-green shade. Not sure really how to explain the shade. It's like a turquoise shade. And I'm going to apply this straight on top of it, but a little bit more towards the left part of my eyelid. You can see the light blue shade was really important to use, so you get a better transition from white to the turquoise shade. Now for at the outer V, I'm going in with this blue shade and I'm trying to build up this shade by going back in with more and more product because I really want that blue to be intense. So yeah, just be patient. First apply a tiny amount, then go back in with more product until you're satisfied with how it looks. So you can really see that it's already starting to look better. You can see that it goes from light to dark. So now I'm going in with this green shade. I felt like something was missing, so I'm going to apply this in between the dark blue shade and the turquoise shade. I don't know, but it gives a super nice effect. It's more like a combination of blue and green and it looks super nice. Now I'm going in with the Sigma Wicked Gel Eyeliner and I'm going to use this to create a line above my lash line. For my cat wing, I'm going in with the Balm Swing Liquid Liner. I prefer using this one instead of the gel eyeliner. So I'm going to first create the line of my wing and then I'm going to fill it in. So now to give this whole eye look a special effect, I'm going in with this NYX Vivid Bright Yellow Eyeliner. And I'm going to apply a line straight above the black eyeliner. So now it's time for foundation and I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation in the shade number 4. And the shade matches perfectly with my skin when I use fake tan. And I'm getting a little bit more tan now it's summer, so that's super nice. And this foundation is bomb, it's full coverage and it stays flawless all day. So now for my concealer, I'm going in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer and I use it in the shade Light Neutral. And I'm going to apply a tiny amount of this on my forehead. And of course I'm also going to use this for underneath my eyes to brighten up my dark circles. I really feel that lately I have more dark circles than I used to have before. Maybe it's a matter of age, or maybe I should start with eye cream. I never really use eye cream. I have had periods that I did, but lately I haven't, so maybe I should get back on it. But yeah, if you have any recommendations for a nice eye cream, let me know. So now to set my concealer, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit and I like to use the shade Vanilla, but sometimes I also like to mix vanilla with banana. I don't know, but there's something about these Anastasia Beverly Hills powders which I really like. The concealer underneath my eyes doesn't crease when I use this powder, which is super important. So yeah, I really like it. So now I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel in Chocolate. I always do this after applying powder, because I always feel like there's powder in my brow gel when I do this before. So yeah, this is just a trick that I use. So now for my waterline, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Eyeliner Pencil, and this shade matches perfectly with the greenish blue shade on the eyelids. So yeah, it looks just great. So you can see that shade coming back on the lower lash line. So now for underneath my lower lash line, I'm going in with this grass green shade, and I'm going to blend this underneath my lower lash line. And I'm using a super tiny, precise pencil brush, which is perfect to blend. Dose of Colors has one which is called the pencil brush, and it's really nice. I will really recommend that one. And I'm just going to blend this shade back and forth. So now I'm going in with this black eyeshadow. I felt like there was a sort of gap between the winged liner and my lower lash line. So I'm going to apply this like where my wing starts and then softly blend this more towards the middle part. So there isn't a gap anymore. I hope that makes sense, but I always feel like this better connects the wing with the lower lash line. So now I'm going in with my Anytude fluffy lashes. I did this off camera. And for my bronzer, I'm going to use the Jouer Suntan Bronzer, which is my absolute favorite. I've been using this for such a long time. As you can see, I already hit pan on this product. It's just a perfect shade for when you're around my skin color. And I'm going to try this new highlighter by Dose of Colors in the shade Milk and Honey. It's really pretty. It has this sort of gold reflex. And I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter brush to apply this. Dose of Colors also has a highlighter which is called Gold is the New Black, and that one is also really pretty. So I'm also going to apply a slight amount in my inner corner. I just feel like that complements the whole look. And for my blush, I'm going to use the NARS Luster Blush. Whenever I use a lot of highlighter, I always like to use a shimmery blush, so the blush blends better into my highlighter. I don't know if this is true, but I just feel like it blends better. So now I'm going in with this NYX matte lip liner, and I bought this in London, and this is not like the regular lip liners, but they're matte ones, and yeah, it stays perfectly in place, so I really like it. And I always overdraw my upper lips a little bit, so my lips look slightly fuller. I only do this at the top, not on the bottom. And now I'm going in with this Jouer Melon Lip Cream, which is one of my current favorites. It's the perfect pinky nude shade for my skin complexion. Some shades I can really not pull off, but this one is really pretty. So yeah, this is already the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed watching. For me, it was a lot of fun to create this. The color combinations are so nice, and it's just a super summery, fun look, I guess. And yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. This will really help my channel. And of course, I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys!